there's lots of ways to generate leads in this business. And I think that there is, you can generate a bunch of noise. Like I said, with Facebook, you can get in there. There are lots of firms that work off of, we generate tons of leads. But if you're mining for gold, literally, you're sifting. You've got to sit there and make tons and tons of phone calls. And if you do, if you work really hard at that, then you're going to get some gold. Okay. I don't have time to sit around and make 200 phone calls a week. I'm not going to do it. So the marketing that I've done has been a much higher level of quality. And so I literally have people calling me on a weekly basis, and they found all my information online, and they're like, they already know me. They're like, we want to work with you. So it's a warm lead from the second I pick up the phone. So it's easy for me to close it because I've already done all the upfront work. With what you guys are doing, again, YouTube is an area that just most people, unless you just really understand what you're doing and have a lot of marketing background, and you are willing to dig in and make the investment like you guys have done to really test it and figure it out, most people they're going to fail at it, and they're not going to get anything. So you're doing something different, and it's not something that the masses are going to jump into, and it's not cheap to do either. But again, for me, if I close a deal and make, my commissions are typically between 15 to 35,000. So it's kind of a no-brainer for me. Well, and the other thing I like is that you've got the ISA team. You're automatically following on the leads. You're not barraging me with a bunch of garbage. You're filtering that out so that I can focus on quality versus me just sitting here chasing and grinding to do that. If I just started in this business and I literally had nothing to do, fine. But I'd rather pay, invest in a service like yours that's going to help to sift that out and help, because my time is the most valuable thing. So if anything you can do to help me to maximize my time and leverage myself is a benefit. In the first week that from launching my campaign, I have one lead came in, and I have a listing appointment for tomorrow. And if I'm able to land that would be probably about a $25,000 commission. My strength is marketing. And, I've looked at a ton of different services, and for myself personally, anytime I see the crowds running one direction, I want to run the other. And so I feel like what Cold to Soul had was very different. And that's what attracted me to it, rather than I'm not saying that Facebook doesn't work and other things, but I feel like there's just a lot of noise in those areas. And so I think that YouTube is I know that I've generated a lot of leads in that area. And so I was very attracted to what they were doing. And I like that they've got a different angle. Experience so far, you guys have delivered on everything that you have promised. You guys have been great with communication. And again, what you're doing is something, I like things that are out of the box. And so I think if you're running with the pack, there's going to be a lot of noise. And again, YouTube, I think tons of people they're just afraid to get on video or they're just scared to work with YouTube for marketing purposes. And so I think this kind of bridges that gap. And I think it's something unique. And I think it's, it's worked good for me so far.